Let's take a look at some move examples here. The first one is switch 1 moves a value in N28 in order to turn the odd lights on an output module. So the first thing we want to do is we want to put a word into N28. And going from the least significant to the most significant, this would indicate, let's see, into the odd lights. So I guess if this was the first light, which would be the 0 bit, we would put a 1 in there, then a 0, then a 1. And we would alternate because we're going to push this word into the data table of the output module. And then that means that whatever's connected to this bit right here will turn on, and then this one will be off, and then on. And that's how we would hook our lights up on our Christmas tree. So apparently you have a switch 1. When that's made true, we're going to execute a move. So in this case, our source is going to be N728. So we're going to take this word and we're going to move it into our output module, what might be output module 2.0. So this would be, we have an output module in the second slot. So when we executed this, this word would go into there, and then all of a sudden all the odd lights would come on in the output module. Switch 2 moves a preset value of 2 seconds into a timer. So let's say you had a timer over here, and it had a preset currently, let's say it was 500 with a time base of 01. So that would be a 5-second timer. Okay, so let's call this T4:1, I guess. So if we did a move, we no longer want 500 in there. We want it to be a 2-second timer instead of a 5-second timer. So our source is going to be 200 instead of 500 now. We're going to move 200 to where? T4:1 dot the PRE, which is the preset. So when switch 2 is made, the preset will move to 200 instead of 500, and this will become a 2-second timer instead of a 5-second timer. Finally, switch 3 moves the preset value into a counter. So we had a counter, let's say C52, and it had a preset, let's say 2. So this was a counter counting up to 2, but we wanted it to now count up to 8. So our source would be 8. When we push the button, we would move it to C52.preset. And that's pretty much how the move works.